Take a look at complex numbers on a TI-92 calculator. First one we'll take a look at is square root of negative 49. Okay, so square root of negative 49 on our calculator here. If you're perhaps in some kind of menu here you got popped up or something, if you press your escape, it should get you out of that. And if you're, let me see, trying to get into something. Back to the Y equals editor. Let's see, Windows editor. Okay, data metrics editor. You're actually in something. So like you're right here. Well, to exit out of that, you see there's an escape here. Sometimes escape gets you out of items, and sometimes you have to quit. In this case, if I press escape, it doesn't get us out of anything. But if I do the quit, if I do my second button and then the escape, it accesses quit and gets me out of there. But anyway, you want to be back here. Okay, square root of negative 49. Well, if I do the square root, that's above your multiplication over here. So if we push our second button and then push the multiplication, brings up our square root symbol in the beginning parentheses. I'll put in negative 49, closing parentheses, and one of two things will happen once you press enter here. If I press enter, I get a non-real result. That's one of the things. The other thing is it could actually give you 7i. On mine, it tells me to do escape for cancel. If I go into mode, here's the mode button. If I go into mode and do a down arrow, you see there's a complex format down here that says real. If I right arrow over, then I can do a down arrow and choose rectangular and then press enter. And then I press enter one more time to save that. And now if I go ahead and do an enter on this square root of negative 49, it gives us 7i. So that's how you set up your calculator such that you can get results of that in that form. Okay, now if I did square root, let me do a second multiplication, square root, and put in negative 12. Closing parentheses and press enter. Not only will it give you the I, but it also will simplify your square roots. So the TI-92 is nice in that regards. Okay. The next one we're going to take a look at is adding two complex numbers together. And pretty much you just type in exactly as you see it. So we got 1 plus 5i plus 8 minus 2i with parentheses on them. So I'm going to do my beginning parentheses, and then I'll do 1 plus 5. And now how you get to the I is, see over here, Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U. I think that's an I there. But above it in yellow, you'll see the small I. So if you do second and then this I here, you'll see an I in your calculator. And then I'll do my closing parentheses plus beginning parentheses 8 minus 2i. And again, second and then this I to get to the imaginary I. And then closing parentheses and press enter. And our answer is 9 plus 3i. Now for subtraction, we got 3 plus 2i minus 4 minus 7i. Again, we'll type in exactly as you see it. So do a beginning, press clear. Do a beginning parentheses, and then I got 3 plus 2, and then second I, closing parentheses, minus beginning parentheses 4 minus 7i. So 4 minus 7, and then second I, closing parentheses, enter. And our answer is negative 1 plus 9i. Now multiplication. I'm pretty much going to type it in as we see it. So we got 11 minus I times 2 plus 3i. So inside of parentheses, we got 11 minus, and then second I for the imaginary. Closing parentheses, beginning parentheses, 2 plus 3i. and then closing parentheses, and then press enter. And you get 25 plus 31i. Now our division. 3 plus 2i over 5 minus I. Pretty much, unless your calculator puts it in fraction form for you, the key is put parentheses around top, parentheses around the bottom. Other than that, you type it as you see it. So I do a beginning parentheses, 3 plus 2i, closing parentheses divided by beginning parentheses 5 minus I. And then press enter. Now we get 1/2 plus 1/2 I. And if yours it doesn't display that, you get a 0.5 plus 0.5 I. If you go into mode, there's different options here. If I keep going down, there's an exact approximate. And if I come down here and do a right arrow key and choose approximate, enter, and then enter again, and now if I choose that, I get my 0.5 plus 0.5 I. So if that's what you're seeing, then you need to go into mode, down arrow until you get to that line. It says exact approximate, right arrow, and you can either choose exact or auto. If you choose auto, then it decides. And then if I press enter, that's when you get your fractions. Okay, I to the 4th. Well, we'll go get our I, so we'll do second I, and then caret 4, and press enter. And that tells us our answer is 1. Now another one, I to a power, I to the 401st power. Some calculators have trouble with this, is why I'm showing it. So second I, caret 401, and press enter. And that gives us I. Now this will not give you the exact results on a TI-93, TI-94. You have to realize there's an approximation error that comes up. But on TI-92 it gives you the correct answer. And that would be how you do complex numbers on a TI-92 calculator.